So I'm Candice and my work here is called Calm in the Wild, and it's a community interest company, and I've set it up to offer outdoor nature-based wellbeing for parents and carers of children with additional needs and for neurodivergent adults. We are at Woodville Community over in Keighley. Largely we'd start with a grounding activity and a sort of therapeutic strategy to give people a toolkit of different things that they can use to help to calm themselves down, regulate, activate their vagus nerve for people that are interested in the science terms. And then we'll probably have a campfire snack. I'll offer an activity that might have a link to the seasons, or it might just be linked to what the weather feels like on the day. But there's always other things that people can just do. They can potter off and do their own thing. They can just spend time in nature, do a bit of art, do a bit of whittling, just sit and chat around the campfire. So I'm really passionate about supporting parents of children with additional needs because I was a teacher for a really long time, for like over 25 years. And I worked a lot with children with additional needs, and I really noticed that parents struggle. And there's an awful lot of support for parents to help their children, but there isn't very much out there for them to support their own well-being. And there's that old saying of you can't pour from an empty jug. And I'm going to mention the dreadful word. During the pandemic, when I took children outside, I noticed it really helped them and supported them. Even before the pandemic, when I was taking teenagers outside, I noticed a massive change. There were teenagers that I was working with in the classroom, and they'd really struggle to regulate themselves. I'd take them outside, and this is sort of 14, 15-year-old girls would play like the children that they actually are. Yeah. So I had already seen that benefit with children. I then worked as a forest school leader just outside with groups of children with additional needs, teenagers with additional needs, and I saw the massive difference it made to them. And some of the children that were younger would come with parents, and I see the difference that it would make to them. So it is, anecdotally, I've seen the difference, but also there's a raft of research about the actual scientific benefits of being outside. So the fragrance of the earth, that is really beneficial for your well-being. Your circadian rhythms being regulated by seeing the sunlight, the changing seasons rooting you to something really important. And if you think about it, as a species, we've lived most of our species life outside, and our brains are wired to be outside and to be seeing what happens and to have changing light and changing seasons and a cyclic pattern. And it's only really recent in terms of humanity that we've been based inside. So I think there is a sort of a sense of getting back to the old ways. I feel it's important to be doing something in the community and encouraging people to come outside and to experience nature. And I think there's that flip side of it as well, is I'm really passionate about nature, and I really think that we do need to care for our planet. We need to look after our planet, but that's got to start with a love of the planet. You can't just go to people and go, oh, get outside and love your planet. You've got to encourage them. You've got to woo them outside and give them that sort of love of nature to make them want to save it and want to think about, well, what are we doing to the planet at the moment? What's happening? Why is everything breaking down? So it's sort of a gentle move in that direction, really. From coming outside, from engaging with nature, comes a desire to start growing food, to start caring for the planet, just to treat the resources that we have. And let's be honest, they are the only resources we've got. We haven't got an option B. Everything that we use comes from this planet. This is our larder, our space, our hub of resource. Giving people that sense that they can actually support themselves and grow their own things and support themselves emotionally as well. I think that is really important in engaging with activism within the community.